Karen.
Margaret?
Shouldn't you be picking up your kids?
I could ask you the same thing.
Well, Principal Peters wanted to discuss something important with me.
Myself as well.
Well, I got the email a couple days ago.
His secretary called me on Monday, insisting I come on time today.
I bet it's about this month's spelling bee. My little Abby got the top award for getting the most difficult words. Her vocabulary level is a few grades ahead, as I'm sure you know.
It could also be about the art festival and competition. My Aiden is very creative, and the art teacher always puts his pieces on display for all to see. He must have won.
My Jamie is even more talented and had one of his drawings shown at a gallery last summer. If anyone won, he did.
One of Aiden's sculptures won a blue ribbon at last year's state fair. It made the papers. Don't you remember?
I was too busy sharing the front page article where Abby's dance team won the nationals competition to pay attention to some pack page state fair rag.
My high schooler Mackenzie is already being scouted by cheerleading coaches from top universities, and she's only a freshman.
Yeah, she's out there cheering for the real star, my quarterback Jake. I've been told Ohio State has their eye on him.
He's probably too busy catching balls to study. Mackenzie already took the practice SAT and got a perfect score.
I'll have you know, he's a top student with a 4.0 GPA. He has plenty of time to hit the books because he's not too busy fussing over hair and makeup.
Mackenzie is a natural beauty, not to mention a pageant winner 10 times over from when she was 3 onward.
And I bet she looked just as fake as your tan and hair. You've got some gray showing up top, Karen.
At least my skin is still tight and young. You sure your kids don't call you Granny with all those wrinkles?
I've aged like fine wine, and the only tight young thing I care about is where my husband goes every night to play.
Oh, the cocktail waitress at the tavern?
Just because Donovan has wandering eyes doesn't mean my Harry does. He comes home to a fresh cooked meal every evening, and the love of his life in the finest silks in his bed every night. Perhaps Donovan wouldn't wander if you kept up with him.
I'll have you know, Donovan and I go out on dates every weekend to Les Celliers and the theater, and sometimes we get the honeymoon suite at the Fairmont for the night while Mackenzie watches the little ones. Plus, that cocktail waitress' name is Sammy, and she's a very upstanding young woman.
I'm sure you'd still say that when he takes her to the suite at the Fairmont next time.
Donovan told me he saw Harry at Tiffany's looking at bracelets. And what's on your wrist, I've seen you wear for years.
His sister's birthday is coming up.
He must really love her to shop for a several $1,000 diamond-studded bracelet. Where's your engagement and wedding ring from? Kay's?
We were 22 and broke. But he has an amazing job now downtown at the office, and he didn't need to brown nose his way to the top like your Donovan likes to do.
Donovan just knows the corporate game. He took home a lovely bonus last year and expects an even better one this go-around. We're planning to use some of it to stay at a luxury resort at the Maldives. When did you last take a vacation that wasn't in a junker park in the back of your house?
This family loves to camp, and my kids can't get enough of the outdoors. They know how to survive without luxuries. I bet in a 2-hour blackout during a storm, your kids have a conniption if they can't use a tablet or run a microwave.
At least my family knows how to appreciate the finer things and don't waddle around covered in dirt.
At least my kids enjoy being around each other and play. When was the last time your Aiden was outside longer than waiting for the bus?
Our neighbors don't call the cops with noise complaints.
Our neighbors don't flirt with my husband.
That was one time in the neighborhood barbecue and they were drunk on Cabernet.
Just saying, Lacey down the road seems to really like Donovan, and he seems to always go slower by there during his evening jogs. Guess for all your posturing, you really can't keep up with him.
Take that back. At least Donovan has a classy woman at home who knows her place.
And my family has a wife and mom who knows how to have fun.
Well, I don't need fun when I have taste, you tacky cow.
I'll show you, Tacky. Principal Peters.
You weren't listening to all that, were you?
This one started it.
Whatever. So, what did you want to meet with me for?
Don't forget me. Suspended?
Suspended? My Aiden would never fight.
Neither would my Jamie.
I have no idea where you could have gotten it in his head.
Probably those games you let him play. My Jamie was probably just defending himself. Right, Principal Peters? Me? Us?
This is all your fault.
No, it's yours for setting a bad example for your punk son.
The only punk is your brat.
Don't you dare call him that. In all
Your
of my
kid sucks. I
life,
can't
I
believe you.
never.
Why are you even here? Get out of this
Completely
neighborhood.
unbelievable.
You're such a tacky cow.
We'll have to sell
Yes,
this
and you're
at
such
the
a whiny
next
little bitch.
picnic.
Get out of here, ma'am.
Don't you worry. Mark my words.
If you enjoyed this and found this entertaining, please consider subscribing to my partner in this collaboration, Azzie's Recordings. She's totally awesome, and it'll be so worth it. Go on, give it a try. You won't regret it. Go sub to Azzie right now. Thank you, Azzie, for being part of this.
Thank you so much for watching and listening. This piece was brought to you by my patrons on Patreon and other kind viewers and listeners just like you. If you enjoyed this,